Not y'all scarfing down donuts.
That was the fastest y'all ever.
Why would you say that?
Because they see y'all on camera.
Oh, it's on?
Yeah.
I thought it was an opening sequence.
When you hear the music. No,
Oh.
it's just
Yeah.
music.
See, so they need to tell us this, man.
Gavin, the communication. That's the show, Arrington.
Fam.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome to In Your City. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Joining me always my fam. I got comedian SyRok Foxx here. Hustle Queen, Miss Michele Young.
What's going on?
Our also producer,
We've
Kam
gotten
Godley.
way too comfortable since we got off that radio station.
We
Yo,
really have.
It's way too comfortable
You gotta
now.
admit though, the conversations are way better.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The conversations are way better.
110%.
You ain't got to worry about sleeping up on
110%.
fuck.
Well,
Boy.
we still said we wouldn't do it in the first few minutes.
Oh shit.
Damn it, SyRok.
I
One
forgot.
job,
You
man.
two thing. We can believe it. We can believe it. We
Inty ways.
I really did. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I really did.
all right.
Oh,
Give it up for our awesome producer, Mr. Kam Godley.
Yo.
And of course, we gotta acknowledge. Hi, Alvin.
Hi.
Yo.
How's everybody feeling today, y'all?
Great.
Pretty
Great.
good, man. I
Okay.
haven't been firing on all cylinders in a long time. I'm glad that I'm back feeling like myself again.
Welcome
Okay,
back.
I'm loving the drip, by the way.
back.
So I'm loving the drip. This is
Look at real Migos over there.
Yeah. My homegirl over here got me
I
smelling
know.
right. Got
I
1
know.
million by Baccarat. You know,
That's
You
right,
got
that's
me over
right.
here sweating already.
and, look, and shout out to Michele, because Michele, you were featured in an awesome music video.
Yeah.
Hey,
Another
girls trip.
It's time for another girl trip.
Yes. Honestly, it was a lot of fun to do that. I've never been in a music video before, so just kind of watching the process was really fun. But Roberta is
Shout out to Roberta Lee. Yeah,
Roberta.
she is
Yeah.
awesome.
Word.
She is I'm telling you, she is just continued to climb in the country music genre. CMT featured her music video. I mean, for your
Did
day.
you know she was on Kelly Clarkson?
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't know that until the other day.
She had a
Yep.
billboard in Times Square, I believe it was.
Yep.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
I got to
Killing
perform
it.
with her at the Capture the World Festival.
Mm.
I got to sing that exact song with back around. If you look back at the videos, I'm in the back there. Yeah. I was singing
You
that
sang it with-
bikini in a bottle of wine. I was
You
singing
sang
that
it with the
Why?
You
so
sang it
hard,
with the
bro.
twang?
So shout out Roberta.
Oh man,
Great person.
she really is though. She really is. Her husband Nick. I mean, their whole family is
Shout
extremely
out to
talented.
Nick. Shout out to
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, I mean, talk about like, and they were married for years, man. And they go on the road with her when she always has to travel to perform. I mean, it's truly an awesome thing seeing the family continue to support, and hey, it's paying off because Roberta is killing it. So again,
Yeah.
shout out to her. Please check out their new music video, Girls Trip. I was about to say too much. The
Girl.
album is called Too Much.
Yes.
Girl
We talked
Trip.
about this. It's
Girl
Girl
Trip.
Trip.
Girl Trip,
Yeah.
Girl Trip, and the album is called Too Much of a Woman. So that's the actual name of the album. And then yes,
Nick gives BDE. He gives BDE. Cause think about all big dick energy. Think about all.
Oh,
Oh, we
the
knew what
songs.
you meant. Well, at least I know
Oh.
what you
I
meant.
didn't.
And I can't say that.
No,
I
No,
can't
you
say
can
that.
say
you already said it. You already said it right.
You could
That's
say
so
it.
funny.
What is it weird?
It's weird.
I can acknowledge his BDE without being gay. Think about all the songs Roberta sing.
I know. Too much
Right?
of a woman is
Too
another
much of a
one
woman and all that other stuff. You have to
You
have
gotta be
BDE.
confident. Yeah, that's a fact.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So shout out him. Good husband.
We
Good
love
husband.
that. We love that support.
Cool. So I want to ask
Hater. Hater.
Hey, I want to ask y'all a quick question before we move on.
Oh shit.
How are a tornado and a redneck divorced the same?
Oh God.
Someone's gonna lose a trailer.
Isn't
Someone's-
that racist? Is that racist?
It's not racist.
I don't know.
I
don't
was
know about
touching the
laughing
line,
racist.
but I kind of already said it.
Well, we'll know by comments. We'll know.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna specifically clip
Yeah,
this
you-
and see.
Yeah,
Oh
for sure.
no! Oh, don't do that.
No, we
Yeah,
have
no, we
gotta
have
see he's
to.
racist.
No, he chose that joke.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was, no.
If anyone gets canceled, it'll just be him. So
He'll be like, "Oh, I got rednecks as friends" or something
That
like that.
ain't Trump
He'll-
supporters.
definitely
Going
say
down.
that. He'll
Going down.
definitely say that.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, you got Trump.
I got it
support.
approved from them. I made sure before I made that joke. No.
Really?
And two ways.
I didn't like that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I say all that to say that was whack.
Let me say another one.
Yeah, do another.
What do you call a happy cowboy?
This is gonna be worse.
A Jolly Rancher.
You laugh.
Come on, give it to me.
Crazy.
Give it to me.
That's great. She opened the book.
What page you on? What page you on? You ain't reading nothing. You ain't reading nothing. What's the book about? What's the book about?
That was better than the tornado one. I will say that. Jolly Rancher, that's pretty funny.
It's pretty bad.
I got a third.
Oh,
No,
God.
that's too many.
Okay.
That's too many.
What happens to the clouds when they become rich? They make it rain.
All right, you just not doing good today.
No.
Yeah,
This wasn't a good showing for you,
Which deck
bro.
did you pull from? Because
This wasn't a good showing for you. Yeah.
Go back to the inappropriate.
You've done
ones.
better.
stock went down.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the-
Let's just get into the
Messed
topic.
this up.
All right. Tough crowd.
Very awkward right now.
Yeah, let's get to what we came here for,
You know
because
what?
that was not it.
Yeah.
Wow, we're going stronger now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're getting a lick
The
out.
mimosa is not hitting, and we got to deal with that shit.
I said we doing
That
shots
might be the most
now?
disrespectful thing I just saw. That action right there said a lot. Might be crying inside later on.
It's about to be a long episode. Start the show.
So, how do y'all feel, y'all, if say you're 13, right?
13.
Your mom asks you, "Hey, look, I'm gonna start an OnlyFans. You mind editing my OnlyFans page?" How would you feel?
I'm done.
Well, So we talked about this. We need clarity. We need clarity on the content.
I
We
wanna
need
see
clarity
it.
on the content. It's not pornography.
It's not. I said it's not. It's not.
It's softcore porn.
I
a
think
big
it's just
difference.
bikini shit.
Softcore porn.
That's softcore.
It's
Yeah,
still of a
that's softcore.
sexy sexual nature.
So I bring this up because, and I'm gonna have a problem pronouncing the name, so forgive me.
De Matteo.
Yeah, that.
That
I saved you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Drea De Matteo. So star of the Sopranos, huge Sopranos fan, by the way. She was one of the stars on The Sopranos, not like the most popular star. She was, a recurrent role on the show, but everybody remember, oh yeah, from the show, played on Sons of Anarchy. 52 years old now, and she came out publicly saying that her kids, for one, she has 2 kids, they approve of her having an OnlyFans page, and that her 13-year-old edits her OnlyFans pictures. Now, recently she said starting an OnlyFans page helped her pay her mortgage, because after they had COVID and all that stuff,
It's a
it
cheat
was
code.
hard.
If you popular enough and you got enough following,
You
it's
can
a cheat
bounce
code.
back. You can bounce back
Absolutely.
on OnlyFans. You certainly can.
Eddie Winslow smashed the tranny to do it. Ooh, I can't say that.
Oh, no, you better have to
I'll
edit
bleep
that
that
out.
out.
You're gonna have to edit that out.
Hey.
Oh, he
look,
did though.
Yo.
No, he
Oh
did.
no,
though.
we're not bleeping it
We're
out.
not.
We're not bleeping it out.
Yeah, for
That don't mean I
sure.
stand for it.
Yeah.
We're not bleeping it out.
No,
What
no,
we
that's
say is what we say.
that's real facts.
And I will say,
Wow.
training is an offensive word that I would never use. That is a slur to the trans community. Shout out to all my trans niggas out there. Huh. Is that wrong to say?
I
That
think
might be
I think that's
worse.
even worse than what I
Yeah.
But
said.
I'm with the community.
Can I just say I'm no longer canceled? Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.
No.
So-
I didn't mean like
Too
trans.
late. Too late.
Let's focus back
Let
on
me
his
put a-
story.
let me put a-
Weird.
Let's put a marker
But
there,
but-
so I know where to come back to. All right,
But so
we're
say
good.
if it is, say, bikini shots, right? Not aggressive. I'm sorry, I don't want to do
You
that.
got
I
a
don't want to see.
picture?
I mean, she's an attractive woman.
Let's
Don't get me
see.
wrong.
Let's see an
It's
example.
still your son.
It's
editing
exactly.
and perfecting your curves.
we
your
son or
titties.
daughter? Is
know
it 13?
we know what this was for. Like, we see the play here, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Take one, pass it down. Take one, pass it down.
We
Wait,
wouldn't
it's
be
her
talking about her
son-
OnlyFans if she
son or
didn't say
daughter?
that shocking
Exactly.
statement.
exactly.
Okay, I think I remember her from Son.
Oh yeah.
You already know what she
I
looked
know
like.
who she. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought it was one of the pictures from her page.
I think the only reason she said it is because of shock value.
Absolutely.
Because it'll get
110%.
media outlets like us to
Mhm.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Now
True,
we're
true.
talking about it. Now someone who's watching us is gonna be like, well, let me see.
Let me
who-
see what's on
who
there.
What's
Yeah.
looking like. And
But it is a gamble though when you think about it, because what is the most notoriety of OnlyFans being? Not modeling this, that. You basically watching porn.
Yeah.
Just exclusive
I mean, if
content.
you're on
Exclusive-
OnlyFans, you're either selling sexuality or you beating your meat too.
Exactly. So like for
Two
her,
options.
it's a
Those are the
gamble because
choices.
remember that time when OnlyFans tried to like censor and be like, no, we're no
Oh.
longer.
So stupid.
That was the
Priceless.
dump. Like, talking about
Priceless.
fumbling the bag.
The only
They're
reason
about to go out of
the only
business.
reason you people know what OnlyFans was is because of the adult
Titties
content
and
that was on
ass.
there. and they're gonna say we're gonna get rid of the adult content, and then
we're going to specialize in cooking.
Hey, it didn't even take a week, bro. It took like 3 days. Like, we were just joking.
Yeah.
What we were trying
The whole
to
thing-
explain was.
No, what they said was we're gonna hold off on it.
Never
Yeah, all
mind.
our bad.
When the models started uprising, they were like, whoa.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
no.
But
I
just
say all the time that that porn community, that adult community, they make the world go round.
Absolutely.
They help push a large part of our economy. If you start acting like they don't, we gonna pay heavy.
You know how
We
many
got nothing to
marriages they're
replace it.
responsible for keeping together? Come on, man.
Every man that don't cheat beat they meat.
Yep. Facts.
Every man that don't cheat beat they meat.
Facts.
yes, I was talking to somebody. They married 50 years. Shit. What's the secret? Oh, we just love each other. Trust, honesty,
Trust and
communication.
honesty.
And meat beating.
You still in the bathroom?
Yeah. It's a
Oh no!
it's a
What's
big one.
funny,
Hurry up,
what's
we
funny is they think it's just the men.
She has a point.
It's the
She
reason
has
I
a
was
point.
married for 7
Oh,
years.
Go
my
ahead and
gosh.
put the bean so you don't
Oh
be
my
mean.
gosh.
Do
Oh
what you
my
gotta
gosh.
do.
Well,
Mhm.
Do what you
look,
gotta
I'm
do.
gonna digress from that one. I'm gonna move on real quick to another famous TV star, Brashear Gray. He was on Empire, recently arrested for trespassing. And man, lately, and I showed y'all the mugshots. Lately,
Yeah.
Brashear
Not
been
looking good.
He
he
got
been
hit.
struggling. I think the last SyRok and I were talking about the last like popular project he did was that I can remember, New Edition. New Edition was a successful
But
film.
it was
Yeah.
successful. He had fans. He
Yeah.
had like a good following. I'm not understanding.
He separated himself really from just
Do
the
we think-
Empire fan
Is there
base.
like an addiction thing here? Is
I
he-
don't know.
I
No,
personally
wondering.
think so.
That's
I
what I
personally think so
I
because
got
it's
you.
just
We
like
can't say that without proof, though.
we can't. That's why I just asked. I don't know.
Has anyone ever accused him of like being on drugs? I mean, yeah, it looks like he's on drugs, but has anyone been like, yo,
Or
he's
think
on that
his
stuff?
mental health. You know.
It-
well,
it
and that's
could
what,
be that.
and that's what I mean. That's what I meant.
But
Not
then the whole
addicted to a
cast
drug or
messed
something.
up. Juicy.
Yeah.
We all know Terrence Howard ain't right.
Terrence was good. You saw when
We
he was in
all
the
know
interview.
Terrence Howard ain't right.
Terrence is Terrence, though. Terrence is
Well,
still the
you
same,
know,
like-
first of all, he is okay. Now, guys, I'm just one to say that.
Yeah.
The only one that's okay is Taraji. That's the only one.
That's a stretch.
Yeah,
Try to be tripping sometimes.
that's true
Look,
too.
That's my.
That's a fact.
That's TT.
That's a fact.
That's TT.
That's a
But
fact.
she hosted the BET Awards, and there were some real awkward
Oh,
moments.
I haven't seen that.
It was,
some
it was.
real awkward
Really?
moments during the BET Awards.
When Taraji be giving them blank looks and all you see is them eyes, I'm like,
And granted, I don't think a lot of it was her fault, but I mean, you're the face of the situation,
Yeah.
so I mean, you're the one
Yeah.
to blame. But
Yeah, that's
should we blame Juicy though? Because should we blame just because
Juicy
let's-
fucked everybody.
I'm
up.
just saying.
He ruined the show.
that was
He
the
did.
number one. I mean, I stopped probably watching after like season 2. I really didn't follow. I
the
think
show
it
was
for, like,
corny as shit. Let's just be honest.
from the beginning to the end. Though?
But
I mean,
no,
from the
there's
beginning, it
no
was
way
fire.
y'all thought season 1 was corny.
I
No.
don't know. I'm not-
No, it got to the corn.
I think it got to the corner mid season 3.
towards the end. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I was about to say because when it first started, it
that's
was
when they just started doing shit. Like, all right, we got to figure out a way to prolong this. Oh yeah,
Mm.
throw him in jail, and then have him meet somebody in jail, and then
It's like they
were.
refused to let this family get their shit together.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Every
Like the
season.
writers did not want them to get their shit together.
But
They did
that's
not
that's
want.
any show where they don't
Yeah.
have their shit together. There's never a time where they get their shit together. That's what the show's about.
No, pretty
I
much.
see, and I think after a while, if you do that, you forced to end it prematurely because you can only not have your shit together for so long
That's
until
very
your
true.
shit ends.
Yeah.
How many seasons was Good Times?
Oh, that's a good question.
A lot.
Yeah.
And they never got their shit together.
Look, you already know. The reason being because the mom. I told you that.
Why you
You
don't
did
flip
say
the
that.
water?
Dude,
You did
she was
say
the
that.
worst parent in history.
This man.
She was so shitty. She's the reason why dude died.
Oh,
She's the reason why they was stuck in the
oh,
project.
my
She's
God.
the reason why they was stuck eating hog maws, and she's the reason why they broke ass friends was coming in. Dude, she was the worst. I would have been divorced her ass. I would have been dropped her ass on the street. I'm
Good Times
telling you.
had 6 seasons.
Empire had 5. Empire had 5 seasons.
That's
So
a successful
that's
show,
still a
though,
successful
Jack.
show.
Oh, for
That's a
sure.
successful show,
For
and
sure.
we're not going to pretend like Empire didn't have bops.
I definitely watched all of it.
We not gonna pretend like.
Did you try? Did you get that?
Drop.
What?
Drip, drippity drop.
Hey.
Drop. Drip, drippity drop. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Empire had
they had
vibes.
some songs. They definitely had some songs.
It was definitely a show that was like no other because it was funny. When I was in like middle school, everybody was like, "Oh, have you watched Glee?" I'm like, "I don't do musicals, man. I'm not watching Glee."
Empire was definitely a musical.
But it
Yeah.
was.
It
But
was
that's the
definitely
but it was.
musical.
I
Yeah.
fuck
Wasn't
with Empire.
quite as musical as Glee, but
Right.
And
Right.
that's where they were fucking up.
Mhm.
They focused more on the drama and the soap opera vibe.
I think it was a good balance.
It was a great. It
I
was a
think
great
it was a
balance.
good
I thought it was a
balance.
great balance because when you do too much singing again,
You-
not everybody.
I'm not saying
alienate-
they got to do too much singing, but they took away from the music. So the
Late-
reason why I like the show
later, you mean?
is later on. The reason
Okay.
why I like the show is because you saw the process of an artist from different points
Yeah.
of view.
I got you.
Facts.
I got you.
Facts.
From the musician to the writer
Yeah.
to the engineer, like you
Mhm.
saw
Yeah.
different points of view
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
them making music.
Mhm.
yeah.
So that is what they should have focused on.
Facts.
More stories and drama on the creation of an album. But
Facts.
they
Yeah.
fell away from it. They got these rich, super powerful people in the streets doing gangster. Like it just don't
Like
make
when they had
sense.
an exhibit on,
Oh,
man.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie to that
Yo.
shit was kind of fire though. That was kind of
The
fire.
special guests were so trash. So trash on that show. So trash.
Yeah.
It's one of them shows that's easy to watch, though. You know what I mean?
True.
Like you got shows that don't really,
Take a lot of brain power.
yeah,
Oh,
or get you
yeah.
like
Close.
worked up emotionally. Like,
what a lot of shows are doing now, they either will do say a reboot or a movie. Do you think Empire
No.
should
Just
not
let
a
it
movie?
die.
Movie?
Yeah, let that die.
Just let it
Oh,
die.
movie?
No, just let it die.
I don't think so.
They don't need the
Get
reunion.
show in the syndication.
Yeah.
Start over from season 1.
Yeah.
They
I
don't need
think
a
it is.
reunion.
Yeah.
They don't need to reunite that show.
No.
And
I
who
think
they
it
gonna
is
get is
really
Juicy?
Corny.
Who gonna play Juicy?
Juicy's reformed.
Yeah, he's making a comeback. He's
That's
trying to
what
make
he
a comeback.
says.
I haven't seen him in any projects, but yeah, he's
He's he did his
Juicy's
time.
reformed?
He did his
Oh,
time.
well, I guess
People are hiring him.
hey, if he learns his ways,
There's Bryce Shear they got to worry about now.
is how you say that name?
Bryce Shear.
Oh, I thought it
Bryce
was
Shear.
Ray Shear.
It was Brashear.
Brashear.
He got
Something.
his ass Brajoke.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
face was fucked.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
it
tattered.
looked
He was
real
definitely tattered.
rough.
Man.
He took his role way too serious.
Real rough. I didn't
Jamal.
even recognize
Wait,
him.
was it Jamal? Or was
I don't know.
or was it or was no? Juicy was Jamal.
Juicy was
Hakeem.
Jamal.
He was Hakeem.
Hakeem.
Yeah.
And there was
Juicy-
another brother, right?
Yep, it was
Yeah.
Andre. Andre was the
smart one.
I
Andre.
forgot about that.
Andre doing
dude.
good. He ain't do nothing wrong lately. He's still good.
You
He-
better-
On the
He
show,
was playing one of them
on the
motherfuckers.
show, he was not.
And it had to
good.
be the
was
most
not
yoked
good.
one, the most strongest one. Why he got to be the crazy one?
I
God,
think he caught the most bodies in the
Yeah.
show. Like, I feel
He
like
definitely
really
did.
did.
He definitely did.
He really
He definitely
did.
put some bodies through the wall
Yeah, he
too.
really
Like
did.
Yeah.
it was definitely a show that had success in the beginning. Towards the end, it was hard. I remember they brought in Felicia Rashad. She played a mean role in it
Oh,
too
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
She
yeah,
played, I
yeah.
mean, she did her thing, but it was just it's a struggle. It's a struggle seeing shows that are stretch out so hard, and I feel like it's a
Yeah.
lot of shows right now that's on TV that's doing it. I'm just like, bro, y'all got to give it up. Y'all got to give it up. But man, let's move it on to one of our favorite segments. I can't get a word out my mouth. Favorite segments of the day. It's time for SyRok, man. What you think?
Attention, please. It's time for
It go down in the field. It go down. It go down.
It's time for SyRok. What you think?
Hey, what's going on to all our lovely listeners? I definitely appreciate y'all while we get our transition going and moving on to a bigger and better platform. So thank you so much for staying with us, even though we're not on the local channels anymore. We're more on a national level, hard flex.
Hey.
So thank you. So on this SyRok, what you think? I'm going to pass it over to Kam once again, just like last week, because he has a very interesting question that he hit me with earlier in the week. And I had to do a little homework on how I felt about it. And now that I got my ducks in a row and ready to answer, go ahead, Kam, and throw it at me for the people here.
So we all been in adult relationships, and when you're in adult relationships, your families kind of combine, like, you know, create a united family.
Yeah.
When you break up, though, what is the line? Where is the line with who communicates to who with whom after the breakup?
Right.
Good
So
question.
this is a good question because the streets will always say that say your homie or your cousin or your mom or somebody, blah, 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 blah. If they break up with a relationship, that means you break up with that person too. That's what the streets say. But I'm a firm believer of fuck the streets. You need to pay attention to what happened in the relationship. So if it really was a conjunction of family, if it really was love for years and years and years, I have ended friendships and connections and relationships with people on how they treated their spouse, girlfriend, husband, boyfriend, friend. I have cut people off on how I viewed what they did. So perfect example. I have a let's just say friend and not cousin. I have a friend. I'll be dry snitching on him.
I know.
I don't know this person.
He was terrible when it came to women. He treated women like slobs. It was very, very, very disrespectful sometimes. But it was never to the point where these relationships became serious until one time that he did really proclaim his love and brought this girl around my family, around the Foxes, around our whole like group, like our whole social circle. And this person really became like locked in. And I watched as this dude did her completely dirty. Now the streets would say when they broke up, I'm supposed to be on my cousin's side and be like, yo, ride or die, blah, 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 blah. No, I cannot have men who treat women like that in my circle at all. I don't care if you my mom, my brother, my sister. I don't care if I just don't give a fuck. If you're treating people like trash and it goes against my moral code, I ain't rocking with you. And that person who you broke up with will most likely still be around me while you are far, far, far away from my circle. So I know that sounds controversial to a lot of people, but it also plays an effect when it comes to friends. There are two artists that I'm very, very cool with. And they were singers and they lived together and all this other stuff, right? This isn't who y'all think it is because then this happened like 3 times. So I hope the people who were listening don't just assume this is about them. Anyway, but these two particular people, they were very close to me and they were very close to each other. One of those people in that circle did something dirty. It goes against my moral values. It goes against my core values. The way I live my life, it went against what I believe in. And I do not mess with that person to this day. The reason being is because they're going to do it to me if they did it to someone else.
Of course.
Everything that you see someone does, like, how can you say you love him and treat them like that, and then say you love me and say you won't treat me like that?
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
It doesn't happen.
Now, if I'm tripping, if I'm going against some, if I'm the backstabber, if I'm the fake friend, let me know. This is your time to let me know. But I'm a firm believer on this is a case-by-case situation. Who's ever wrong is the one who needs to get divorced from, as far as social circle, as far as being cool with, especially if they're not taking accountability for what they did in the chaos. Now, this is only when I'm to come to, like, if this just like a little cheating thing, all right, whatever. People cheat, If it's something like left the toothpaste off the cap in an argument, bro, I don't really care about
that's
that.
where I draw the line. You fucking did what?
The toothpaste is still open.
Yo, nah.
That type of stuff, I don't really get involved with, and more than likely, I just stay with the person who I know. Like, so if you broke up with your husband, I'm not gonna go to your husband's side because that's just weird. But if it was some serious, like, low down against how I function in life type shit, yo, you gotta go.
So then
So it depends on the reason of the breakup. Like,
right.
So okay, I got you.
Definitely depends.
So
on
even if it was just say mutual, I mean, I don't want to say mutual, but amicable. If it was,
then
like,
I'm just riding with you. Like, if you my homie, you my yo.
But
you're sad just like she is.
What if you were really, really tight? Like, you
with the
created
other
your own relationship with his significant other.
That relationship only had a chance to flourish because of my homie.
Okay.
It like
I agree.
Me
I agree.
Me and your wife,
I agree.
I respect her. I look up to her in a lot of ways. I like how she speaks her opinion, and I like how she can control a room. She's a very cool person, and I wouldn't mind being cool with
y'all
that person.
Still here? Y'all called the cab yet? That's an inside thing. That's an inside thing. My bad. Anyway, she controlled the hell out of that room.
However,
Bro, it was storming outside, bro. It was storming.
Yo,
We about to
wait
leave. Y'all have to wait outside. It's a little cover around there.
She's always been held high.
Yeah.
I have mad respect for her. But if they were to separate, I'm never gonna hit her up ever.
Same.
Like
Same.
That's true.
Same.
Yeah.
Not if you value that friendship.
Right.
Yeah.
I value that friendship way more.
Absolutely.
Now, if I found out that he did something crazy, like shot her dog or something like that,
Yeah, that's
like, dude,
that's obvious.
you out here murking puppies? I can't be on the show with you no more. Like, I can't do this anymore.
SPCA.
It's not true.
Peter,
I love
didn't
animals.
happen.
So
Yeah, you better speak, bro.
I love animals, okay?
Both of y'all have been in, I wouldn't say traumatic is probably fair, but
Very, very traumatic.
hardcore breakups.
Yeah.
Y'all been in hardcore breakups and separations. How would you feel if your
I don't like it.
friend
I don't
or
like
that
it.
same rule?
Like my family still being friendly. I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't like it. Even though our break was amicable to an extent, there was still a lot of trauma there that I felt like, no, y'all gotta pick a team. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like we're not cool. So like that's just me.
I feel like that's fair though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because nothing crazy like the examples I was using has happened.
Right.
I feel like if you tell me, yeah, I don't talk to that girl no more, chill on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out of respect for you, chill on that.
for sure.
Yeah.
No matter how much I liked her, no matter how much I wasn't hitting it.
Yeah,
How much connected could I
Yeah.
possibly be?
100%.
Marriage-
I'm cool with kicking it to the curb.
Yeah,
100%.
marriage is to me a little different,
Yes.
and that. But look, I'm about to tell y'all
We keep-
something
we
that's
keep
about to
saying
blow
this, but
your
it's-
mind.
But it's not.
Let me
we keep
Oh,
explain
you already
why.
know I'm on your
We keep
side when it
saying
comes
this,
to
but it's
that.
Well,
not.
this is why. Let me explain why.
Uh-huh.
So, and I don't care. I'm airing laundry today.
Uh,
I've been waiting for this
we
for 20
asked-
years.
We literally asked you not to do this.
I've literally been waiting for
Get a
this
little closer. Do I
moment
need to put a fan on real quick?
Look,
for 20 years. Look.
Oh, Lord.
the
Oh,
camera
Lord.
solo's
Let her
on you.
speak. Let her speak. Let her speak.
So,
Give it
I've
some
been married.
space, give it a
I've
room.
been married twice, right? Nobody knows who my first husband is anyway, so it's okay. Obviously, because we were dating in high school, grew up, our families were my family, kind of was very, very, very close to him. When we separated, for many, many different reasons, I was the one who was like, this is enough. I can't, whatever. Every holiday for 2 years straight, Christmas, Thanksgiving, every holiday, he was invited
Oh, hell.
back home to every holiday. I was not invited, which meant my children were not there. So because of that, there's a massive separation. Even to this day, I'm very much not close to them. Then to make matters worse, he was so close to my family, he started spending time with one of my cousins.
Female cousin?
Yes. And I'm not going to get into the details of that.
Oh, we
but-
already know the details.
Baby, we put them in as soon as you said
Yes.
when time passed.
Yeah,
You said that.
Yeah. That's why I felt I needed to clarify.
And we were still
for
married when this was going on. We weren't. It took us like 3 years to get divorced because he was deployed, all that other stuff. But literally, when I tell you, that sent into about a 8 to 10 year period where I really did not go home. I didn't associate with them. Even to this day,
they
obviously
lucky
that
that you're
cousin,
going home now.
I still don't fuck with her. I'll never fuck with her. Like you're essentially as an individual dead
There's so
to me.
many dudes out there.
So many.
Do they still mess with each other?
No, he's
See?
married.
And that's what I'm
remarried.
saying.
So now you ruined your whole family relationship
what?
for
Yeah.
a temporary
For
fuck.
what?
But they took him in. They've done this to a lot of people in my family, particularly my other two siblings. Like when they went through a divorce or something, they would invite the other person
Are
to all
those
the
two
holidays.
siblings women?
No, one. I have an older brother and a younger sister.
Okay.
They did it to both
Connection
of them
doctor
too.
wasn't there.
And I was just like, y'all. This is exactly why now when I'm in a relationship, I take a very long time for people to meet that person, because in the back of my head, I'm like, no, I don't trust none of y'all. I don't trust none of y'all because I saw your true colors in a situation when, it was just me and the kids for years. We were alone. We felt alone. My parents
So does
were
that mean
out of the
my
country.
answer upsets you? Like, does my response go against what you would believe in?
I think it
Or
depends
there's a
on.
limit?
I do think it depends on what happened. in the relationship. But I also think if you're gonna choose a side, you really need to know both sides well.
True.
Like,
true.
and so my family only heard what he was saying, but then they actually found out, years later, I finally, broke down and told him everything that I had gone through and been through. And then they were all crying and felt horrible.
see,
but I was like,
that's
at
bullshit.
this point, like,
That's bullshit.
and I said, if you guys would have just picked up the phone and called me, would I have told you everything? Probably not, because I'm protective of people when they do wrong too. Because I feel like people deserve a chance.
It's just it's your privacy.
Yeah, no, that pisses me
but I
off.
also am like, y'all had no idea what I was trying to survive in that moment, and y'all just chose him.
Nobody can tell me anything about a loved one of mine without me going back to that loved one and be like, hey, I'm hearing these things. What's up?
That's how
you're just gonna choose a side without speaking. Like that's insane to me.
It was very insane, but it taught me, now obviously when there's stuff going on in the family with relationships, divorces, stuff like that, I'm very, very I stay out of it. I'm not getting involved. Family is family, and I don't cut people off who haven't done anything to me, but I'm also, I keep people at arm's length.
Keep your eyes on the swivel.
Because I don't want to ever do to somebody else, what was done to me and my kids. Because it's again,
Michelle, I am sorry you went through that.
It's okay.
That's insane.
I mean, I honestly would joke about the cousin part of it. I joke about that a lot because that's how I deal with it, but it's honestly wild. Like, if you're that supportive to a person that you end up in bed with them.
I know I said fuck the streets, but we can still make people disappear.
All right. Okay.
I'm such a hypocrite. Anyway, so to tie it all up, me and my wife, our personal social circle, most of them know me and her equal amount of time, because of how we moved when I was in the military. So whenever we came to a new area like Virginia, me and her met our friends in our social circle at the exact same time.
Yeah,
I expect them to still be cool with her if we were to divorce. I expect them to still, because they're just as close as friends with me as they are with her. Now, however, I always go to the extreme when I get these questions, just so we can make it more interesting and make more. And the extreme would be what happened in the situation to make us divorce in the first place.
Right.
If Shauna was robbing banks or hurting people or just breaking some moral code or foundation that goes against me, I expect all my friends, including the ones that met her at the same time as me, to be like, fuck her. Like, heavy on the fuck her. Because she put me in danger, our kids in danger, our future in danger. Everyone who
everything that you worked for, it sucks when it's like that pettiness, that small thing you just did screwed up.
You get what I'm saying? So it needs to be a heavy fuck you on the person who done moral code breaking things.
Yeah.
Now, if it is just some Clash of the Titan breakup bullshit, then I can't control who you cool with.
Yeah.
However, if you do pick a side, stay your ass on that side.
Don't go back and forth.
That's true, though.
Don't be swerving back and forth in the lane. If you pick her side, respect to you, I get it. You love her too. You don't want to see her go. You want to be cool with her. You hang out with her more. That's all fine and dandy. But don't bring your black ass back over here talking about you want to go out for drinks.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Hey, bro, man, what you drinking there? Nothing.
Not a damn thing with you. So
let me find out.
Case always matter.
Let me find out you my mans and you hopped in her DMs after we broke
Bruh.
up. Let me find that out.
You know how often that happens?
That means you was plotting. That means you was
waiting. You was waiting
that
for that.
That happens a lot.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Look, on both of my ladies in DMs, I see trust me, they show me.
Of course.
Niggas is waiting in line for me to fuck up.
Yep.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
I'm just checking in on you. I know y'all.
I seen that. I seen that post.
Come on, now. Listen, I know when I broke up with my ex, every motherfucker who I worked with, as far as in the community, the comedy community and shit, man, they hit that motherfucker up so fast. They put her in music videos. They put her ass in photos. Nigga, They were hitting her up.
Hit him up and be
quick.
like, look, I'm just going through some things. I just need someone to talk to.
Finding
That's
any
okay.
reason to talk to that motherfucker. Finding any reason.
So dirty.
And that's the same way with my wives now. There's niggas in their DMs who know me personally, who hang out with me, talk to me, reaching out to
You
them.
better
saying,
than
"What's
me.
up?"
You better than me.
Yeah. No.
You are better than me.
Mm-mm.
I couldn't.
Oh, when I
man.
come around, it's always, if I ever see these people in real life,
Yeah.
it's always them going to,
Yeah.
Of course.
what's up, man?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
What's happening? You good?
Yeah,
Like,
nah.
I'm looking right at them, having a
Nope.
conversation, and
No.
I know what it is. But when you got that alpha energy, it's fun at a point.
True.
Like, it's just fun.
True.
But yeah, that's my SyRok. What you think?
Good shit. Good shit. Well, I'm scared to go to Michelle now
scared?
because Michelle done, whew, it's time
Yeah.
for
She gonna have motherfuckers waiting in the bushes for us.
it's time. Bring their own bushes, right? Bring their own bushes. It's,
A metropolitan area.
it's not a bush in sight. Where are the bushes? Yo, it's time for Michelle's Corner. What you got for us today, Michelle?
It is now time for Michelle's Corner.
What's going on? Look, I just like to tell the truth. I just,
The truth
I'm
will
very
set you free.
passionate about just being open and honest about all kinds of things. in
Oh
my
yeah,
life.
that ex you could throw under the bus. I thought you was about to bring up your more recent ex.
Yeah,
That's why I was
yeah.
like, oh, that's
Fuck it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely no. To be honest, my entire family could not stand him. So or her. So it is what it is. So yeah, in that situation, you're
sense.
good.
It
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, you're good. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you about, masculine versus feminine energy in regards to women. So, the girl group chat, we've been kind of talking about some different things lately. Yes, because we're getting ready to go on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
Girls trip.
Yep. So we were talking, and one person, going through some things, and she said, why is it that men love to have our masculine energy whenever there's problems in the relationship, and they want to optimize on it, and then when it comes to us having feminine energy, they want to optimize on our feminine energy when they're going through things, like if they're upset and they're having problems at work or with family. They want our feminine energy in that moment because they want that nurturing, the emotions, the over emotions. But then when there's problems in the relationship, they don't want our feminine energy. They don't want us emotional and upset and reactionary. They want the masculine energy of trying to be real logical about the situation. Why can't we, why isn't it okay for us to have that? And what it ends up doing eventually is it's teaching us, it's training us to shut down our feminine energy when it's time to really dig in and work on the relationship. When there are problems in the relationship, then we're cutting off our emotions. We're trained to basically numb our emotions, which eventually we shut down to the point where we no longer care about anything in the relationship anymore. And why does that seem to be an issue in a lot of marriages and relationships?
Can I ask for maybe an example?
I will say, I need
because
yeah.
I've never been in a conversation with anyone and they was like I've never heard a guy tell me, yeah, my wife was too much in her feminine. And I never known no one to gauge.
Yeah.
I guess like what we mean, because I typically am more masculine in how I think and react to things. For example, if I'm in a relationship and there's we have a blow up or there's something disrespectful going on, I'm going to be like very passive about it. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna wait till I see them. I'm gonna be like, hey, let's sit down. I just want to talk about it. And I'm gonna be very logical. I'm gonna be like, I don't like when you do this because of this is what happens when you do this. Versus if I'm in my feminine, because we have different hormones. Our hormones are surge throughout the month. It's not making excuses. It's just a fact. We can be more emotional versus the guy come in and be like, oh, like I'm crying, I'm yelling, I'm upset because you hurt me. Like, and I'm feeling all of my feelings in this moment. I want you to know that I'm like, you really fucked me up emotionally. Like, I'm crying, I'm hysterical, you know, and then that's when most of the time the other person is like, calm down, you're overreacting, you're being emotional.
See, yeah, I
that
don't think
type
that's
of
them
scenario.
saying there's too much feminine or masculine energy.
Yeah.
I think that's them gaslighting you on how you feel.
Thank you.
That's more
Because when
sound
you
like
when you were
gaslighting.
explaining about the masculine side of you will be the one that like, let's talk about this, sit down, talk about. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes for me, I don't want to talk about it. It's like if the more we talk about, it's like the argument will never end.
It
So
get
I'm just
more
like,
intense.
yeah. So I'm just like saying, oh, shit, you know, it happened. I spoke my piece. You know,
So
keep
when
it
they
moving,
say
man.
you want me to act like a dude, because women will say,
I've never heard that
You want
before.
me to act like a dude in the relationship, a dude in the relationship, instead of acting like a woman.
I never
But
heard
explain.
it.
But that's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
know.
Explain what they be like.
It don't
Act
make
like a
sense.
dude.
Like the question don't make sense to me.
I've had to say that in relationships, but it's also probably my fault because I've been in relationships where I was fully taking care of a man. Like financially, emotionally, mentally. Like I was in that situation, I was being the man. I was the caregiver. I was taking care of them. And then when I would have emotional moments, I would, you know, it would be like, what's wrong with you? You're acting crazy. And I'd be like, I'm paying all the bills. I'm doing, what are you doing? Like, I'm not, you know, in that situation, I'm more masculine. You want me to be masculine until it comes down to me trying to hold you accountable to something emotional.
That's gaslighting.
Yeah,
That's gaslighting.
Yeah.
They're not banking off your masculine or feminine energy. They are ducking and dodging that accountability.
There
and
you
making
go.
it seem like you're the crazy one. And so now you're stuck analyzing like, am I being the guy or am I being the girl? No, they are fucking with you mentally, and they basically boxing with accountability.
Stop all that crying. Stop all that crying.
Right. When they're actually man, that motherfucker understood fully.
When
Exactly.
a woman is emotional, crying, like we're really upset, like there's stuff going on in a relationship, and we're super up, like emotional. Is that something that you guys are like embrace that? You
I would
embrace
expect
that?
I would.
And when it happens, that's my key to fix it.
Exactly.
And then there's also cues. I've never letting it got to that point.
Right.
Like there's so many cues to know that you're fucking up.
Yeah.
You can hear your wife crying in the shower.
Yeah.
You can hear it. Like you can hear it when she's having an emotional situation. She's taking the shower. She's taking a longer shower than normal. You hear the tears, or you see the attitude when she's reading a book. Like there's signs.
Oh yeah. As you're reading the book, be like, is something wrong? You a little standoffish today.
Right. Man, you notice it instantly. So any man that ignores those signs are purpose. They're doing it on purpose. Because I know instantly when my wife's mood changes.
Yeah.
Instantly. It's not even I
you
can
know
be in the room for 2 seconds and damn.
You know what's funny? Something that I had to learn in our marriage is the fact that when a woman needs to vent, your ass better listen and not what?
Don't fix it.
And don't, gentlemen out there, please hear me out on this. Do not listen to respond.
Yeah. They don't want an answer.
Receive the words, acknowledge, and revisit later if you have to. But for the purpose of that conversation, just take it all in.
And your ass better be paying attention because there will be a test at the end. What did I speak on? I'll be like,
do not want a solution.
No.
Yes.
No. When they are mad.
No.
That's something that I'm always been I'll continue to grow on because I am that person where I'm just like, what? Did you hear what I said? Yeah, you said. Hold on, my thought. Then I start being like, I had to learn disability. My mind ain't right. My mind, babe, my mind.
Also,
you blaming your dyslexia is wow. It is.
Oh, why you didn't hear the yelling?
That is crazy.
Sometimes though, we women, we have to take accountability for sending mixed signals, and I'll give you an example.
Oh, where my air horn at? Hold on.
When you said mixed signals, I'm gonna give an example of what I did because I'm all about accountability. So there was one situation where I was very, very emotional. It was mostly because I've been through a lot in my life. So when this person did something that looked similar to what I've been in, I hit the panic button and started creating all these things in my head. And so when I was on on the phone with this person, I said, I really don't want to talk to you today. I really don't want to see you. I just need you to leave me alone. And then later we joked about, I said, I'm just going to tell you the honest truth. Well, if a woman is crying and hysterical and says, I don't want to talk to you right now, I really just want to be left alone, you better get the fuck over there. Get in your car and get the fuck over there.
I don't agree with that.
No.
Wait,
so
don't say for a woman, then say for you.
That's for you.
I feel like a lot
You
of
do that shit
women.
to me, I ain't talking to you.
110%.
I'm doing what you tell me.
You got it.
I'm just saying.
You
There's
got
a
it.
But you
lot
know
of
what though?
women.
But you know what though?
Yeah,
To kind of play a little devil's advocate though, sometimes that's what gets some men in trouble because women already will assume that, hey, look, you already know, you got to see the sign. You know, I was in pain. I really didn't mean that.
It don't matter.
You shouldn't have said the shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But that's the thing, though. But that's the thing. There's been
to leave you alone. You say leave me alone.
I know.
I'm leaving you the fuck alone.
I know, but sometimes that can get us men in trouble too. That's all I'm saying.
It'll also keep you out of jail. It'll keep you free. It'll keep you out of cuffs. It'll keep you out of courtroom. If you tell me that don't touch you, don't talk to you, don't see you, I'm doing all of that. Consent is so big with me. Look, consent is so big with me. I'm telling you, I'm not pulling up on you off no romantic shit. If you tell me to leave you alone, I'm not going to jail for you.
I don't even know where you live until you say we good again.
Right. Now,
but that
I'll
is
call. I'll text. You wanna talk about it? No.
All right.
Exactly. At least you're making the attempt. Because sometimes it's like, even though they say it, it's like you're like, I don't know. At least for me, sometimes I'll be like, did she really marry? Did she really
grow up?
Yes,
grow up.
Yeah.
Because we can be confusing. Because in our mind, we're like to one extreme, but then on the other side, deep down, we just want to be nurtured too.
Well, then tell that motherfucker to talk. Tell the nurtured one to talk to me. Because no, I ain't playing that game.
Nope.
I am not playing that game.
I definitely agree on like both sides of it. And maybe this is a bad example that I'm about to bring up, but like take it out of relationships, right? When you're say at a funeral, right? A good friend of yours is suffering really bad because they just lost a loved one. They will tell you because they're upset at the moment. Yeah. Don't talk to me right now. But people still hover around it.
Very different. I feel you.
Well, I'm talking about emotion wise. I'm talking about emotion wise.
You know they need a hug in that moment.
Okay, but how come you don't know that the woman needs a hug as well? That's what I'm saying.
I hear what he's saying. But on that same note, I treat that person the same way. If they tell me they want their space, leave them alone, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah,
I'm doing what you tell me to do.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
If you lost someone, I'm going to circle back around. Yeah. Like even like you gave the example of a funeral, like I'm gonna circle back around before I leave. Like I am going to check on you.
Yeah. I'm that friend that they probably make a Facebook post about. Man, nobody called and texted me. Nigga, you told me not to call and text you.
No, I'm with SyRok though. I'm with SyRok 110%. Players say, hey, you said no, okay, no, but don't go back and nobody say.
That's why I said we have to take accountability because we will send. Yeah. We will say because we'll say something when we're really, really emotional, and then after the fact, we really didn't want that.
Stand on it.
And I also think it's a maturity thing. It happens more when we're younger, and as you get older, you're like, no, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel, but I'm going to tell you how I need you to fix it. Like at this age, I know what's wrong with myself. I'm going to tell you, I know I'm being, I've said it before to even Zeke. I'm like, I know I'm being irrational. I just need you to come over here. Like now, I know I'm emotional, irrational.
But as
in
long
my
as
20s,
as long as you say that though, but don't say, "Hey, leave me alone," and then in the back of your head, he's Prince Charming if he comes over here anyway. No. We're not gonna play in that game.
We're not
gonna play that game.
Knocking on the window, throwing.
Yeah. I'm not doing that.
I'm here.
So
I'm here.
We talked
about. I want your body.
No. We sing a new edition.
We talked about customizing love. That's how you date me. You customize me for you. That means, unfortunately, the negative side to that is you have to tell me how to love you.
Communication.
Because I am not going to do nothing.
We're not mind readers.
You even have to communicate the things that you don't want to communicate. Meaning, if you want me to be spontaneous, you need to tell me to be spontaneous. That's just how it is. You know what? I would appreciate it if you just randomly, did dates and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, you'll start seeing once, twice, 3 times a month random dates and things coming up because you
100,
told me.
100%.
Granted, it was
We don't do that
spontaneous.
enough.
100%.
We don't do that
Look,
enough.
my wife hates it. My other wife hates it. Everyone who ever dated me hates it. But I am not doing anything against what you verbally tell me.
Yeah.
If you tell me I need you to be random, then I'll be random.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it just off the. No, if you tell me to stroke slow, I'm stroking slow.
All right.
If you tell me to bring candy, I'm bringing candy. You customize me for you.
So it
if
doesn't
I'm
hurt your
fucked up,
pride.
that means you typed in the instructions wrong. You typed in the chat GPT algorithm, whatever you fucking call it, the prompts that you're supposed to give the computer. You fucked up, not me. I'm doing what you tell me to do.
I'm telling you. I listen to directions, specific directions. You gave me specific directions.
I am not one of them niggas who just start putting like IKEA shit together without reading the. No.
Sometimes I hate when I see that on social media when they look what this man did without even fuck him because I'm like, look, that doesn't speak for all of us. That does not speak for all of us.
Like, why I got all these extra pieces?
Exactly.
You'll never see a post talking about some. He just does things without me asking.
Like, out of here, man.
I will never do that.
That joker was in pre-production planning that whole video. Okay.
Man.
I think what you just said is such a gem right now. Like that's seriously really, really a gem for women to understand because
women don't like it.
Because most of the time we will do a lot of things. You know, we'll do a lot of things without being asked. But I think also that goes both ways. That sometimes I wish a man in a relationship would tell me, "Hey, I need you to do these things," instead of just holding it in.
I ask for everything.
So I agree with you to an extent. I'm probably about like 75% because some of that is nonverbal communication also. And there is a part of how a woman communicates to you when you do certain things and you get a certain reaction out of it. You know what I'm saying? So like there are times where you're going to have to go outside of what you're instructed to do just to be able to do something that will surprise her and put a smile on her face.
The surprise is I listened.
And that's fine and dandy. That's cool.
I was waiting for it.
I'm too what's the word? Insensitive, not intuitive enough. I don't know. I lack there's a certain thing me mentally.
And I specialize in that.
See, I
reading and responding.
I
feel what you say. I feel what you say about you have to tell me how to love you. I feel that. But I also am a very good reader of my partner also. So I listen for context clues and things like that.
But if you don't know what is healthy for you, and it goes back to what I was saying last week, you got to love yourself enough to know yourself, to know that you would be my type, because I like to tell people, essentially how to love me, versus you would be my type because I don't want to have to think about it. I just need somebody to be intuitive. So that's why there's somebody for everybody. And I'm not smart
enough to learn how to love someone without a manual. I'm just not, I lack it. And I know exactly why I do. And that's a whole nother show, but I know exactly why I'm like that desensitized to that type of stuff. But it also makes relationships so
it's like
much
what
easy.
In life do you not take a training course on? You know what I mean? Like everything requires a training.
Dude,
like
I'm a former Marine. Everything for 5 years straight was told to me.
The two of the most important things in life there's no training class for: marriage and having kids.
Look, I demanded
and that's the two hardest things in life.
I demanded the instructions.
Not fair.
No. You know how many times I asked Siri, how do you do this with a baby?
And it's like then when you come across a manual, the author all like fucked up. Like, God damn, why?
No,
why is Dr. Umar telling people how to
you gotta customize me? You gotta customize the settings. And I know a relationship is not gonna work when I say, can you tell me how to love you? And they say
well, you gotta give them a chance to think about it.
How many months do I have to? With my ex. My ex was one of those people who I was like, just tell me how to love you, and I guarantee you, I'll hit every wicket because I love you. It's not me just doing it because you telling me to do it. I'm doing it because I love you so much that I'm gonna follow the instruction to a T, making sure I get it all right. And there's even some extra credit boxes that I'm gonna try. Like There's
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
in between the lines that I'll try to
Isn't
read.
that sweet?
But without them instructions, without that,
100.
there's nowhere I can do, because
Hey.
all I can do then is guess and just keep getting it wrong and keep getting it wrong and cause problems. And now you don't like me.
It's true.
When you could have just told me from the beginning, and I would have moved exactly like that because of how much I love you. It's not because I'm just doing it to do it. And that's how some women see it. Oh, you just doing it because I told you to. Duh, nigga. I respect you. I love you. I want to be with you forever. Of course I'm going to do it because you told me to.
So the lesson learned out of this conversation, men and women, look, communication. You have to have. It doesn't hurt to surprise each other once in a while, but communication is
even
key.
before that, you got to learn how your significant other communicates.
Very
That's a
true.
whole nother
Very true.
conversation within itself.
Very true. Very true.
So yeah, I don't think it's about feminine and mental. That motherfucker was gaslighting the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And he was a hoe ass nigga. Every time you was like, accountability. And he was like, no. You're crazy. Why you acting like this?
It burns. It burns.
Why you ain't pay the electric bill yet? Go to work. Nah, he was a punk.
Yeah.
Come see about me if he got a problem.
Oh my god.
Oh, so ladies, be with somebody who embraces all sides of you,
Yeah.
as long as you're willing to communicate.
Communication. Good stuff, y'all. Well, look, before we close the show, it would be crazy not to at least mention, if you haven't, we've kind of been talking a little bit about politics.
So,
Go ahead and say
come on, Arrington.
All right.
Bring it home.
Please get this name right.
Bring it home.
Here we go.
So, President Biden has dropped out the race, for one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good so
okay.
far.
Here we go.
He has publicly endorsed current Vice President Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Woo. And just for y'all confusion, we're not celebrating the fact that she was nominated. Some might like her, some don't. We're just celebrating that he didn't fuck up the name.
Yeah. Because we spent the whole pre-production meeting focused on him getting the name right.
All right. I don't remember that, y'all. I do not recall any of that. But no, it was a big deal because for the longest, America was like stressed out. They're like, okay, Biden's obviously mine is not there. He's sick, older, not a great choice at all. We have like almost 3 months, less than 4 months until election day, and he dropped out. A lot of people are backing Kamala Harris,
right?
She's received over $100 million in donors. There are different groups providing different Zoom calls. You had black women for her. You had black men. Now they have white women, white men. They have the LGBTQ community that are doing stuff. I mean, she has a lot of backing, but it still is not a lot because within the black community, not the majority of it is on her side, but is a good number that is against her because the background when she used to be a district attorney. So just had to point that out there.
So I'm not scared to put my political beliefs out there at all. Hang me if you want to. So there's a few, and I'm hoping to engage this with and get y'all opinion. There's a few things that I just want to touch on. The first thing being people being upset that she was a DA. What do you expect the DA to do? Like when you look at the job description of a district attorney, why are people confused that she put people in jail?
Right.
And then why are people confused that she put black people in jail in Oakland?
Right.
If she was the DA in Oakland.
And I also recently found out, at least I heard, you can only believe half of what you hear on the internet, but the number that they attributed to her of black men put in jail was actually a lot less than they tried to.
It was way less. And the crimes were like marijuana arrests and everything. I'm not going to get too much into it, but the stats say that there were less arrests during her time when it came to marijuana. And no one got put in jail for life for weed, like they've been saying on Twitter and stuff like that. So that's this one thing. Now, I do believe too little too late. It's too late. I do believe Trump is still going to win. I'm sorry. Do I want him to be president? No, I don't really like him too much. He don't like me too much. So it just is what it is. I'm not going to vote for a person who don't fuck with me.
Right.
But he going to win. And we're going to have 4 years of Trump. It's there's no way she can build a campaign in 3 months.
Look, I totally hear you. I'm going to go on the side of Republicans are scared shitless right now because it was easy for them to say, oh, Biden, our opponent, we got this in the bag. Now he's going against a prosecutor. A prosecutor. Like he's refusing to debate her now.
Yeah,
he has a VP. He has a running mate now that is totally against abortion, regardless if you're raped, regardless of any. He's like, no, it's wrong. It's messed up. No, you should. That is what is the big picture too. And a lot of people are saying, I think his name is JD Vance. They're saying he is Trump's like Sarah Palin when McCain was running, like Sarah Palin screwed it up for him at the time when he was running against Barack Obama. So I totally hear you, because it is too late. That's why I was frustrated in the beginning when Biden dropped out, because I was very happy, but I was like, damn, why you gotta wait this time?
Yeah, he waited too long, because right now it's not even a policy against policy. The actual policies are not even getting discussed or debated online. Yeah. Right now it's just she's not black. That's all. It's people saying she's not black, and people saying that Trump is a criminal.
And people are saying that saying that she slept her way up. I'm not going to say any more worse things that's already been spoken about her, but they're going after her character, her appearance, and it's just like. But
whatever negative thing you say about Kamala, you have to attribute to Trump.
Exactly.
Name one thing character related that she did that Trump has not trumped. Like
exactly.
He got 3 baby mamas. He lost in a civil suit against for sexually assaulting an individual. 34 convicted counts. He's a felon. He's a convicted felon.
Convicted felon. Let's keep going. I'm
about to say there's more.
There's more. I got some. Okay. So we have to remember the whole lawsuits back in the day for discrimination against his employees
and his university that was a scam, by the way.
Trump steaks. There's so many things. So when people be like, well, Kamala Harris.
Can't forget black jobs and Hispanic jobs. I mean, come on.
Dude, there's nothing you can say about Kamala that you can't say or even worsen about Trump. Exactly. So no one's even debating. It's just popularity at this point.
Man, and
I think enough Democrats are going to stay home for us to lose. That's just how it's going to be. Kamala is going to lose because there's going to be a lot of people who just not going to go. There's some people who don't even care They just don't care.
No, it's the truth. You're absolutely right.
They just don't care.
It's a hard time that we're living in right now. But again, and the reason why we bring this up, y'all, because we want y'all to do your own research, go out and vote, especially for young people, because it's always spoken that young people don't really pay attention when it comes to caring about your future rights. Because look, what's at stake now is your future rights. So y'all have to do your own research on both candidates. And just
hope that, and I'll use Trump as an example so I don't even seem biased. Mm-hmm. If you look at Trump's actual presidential plan, or I don't know how I'm not no political
his administration,
right? If you look at what he plans to do, and you think that's the best life for me for the next 4 years, then by all means vote for him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Please do not vote for Trump simply because you hate niggas. Like, don't vote for him simply because you saw that picture of him.
But there are a lot of people like that.
Yo, I gotta say though, that picture was fire.
It was very dope picture.
That picture was fire.
Hey, very dope picture. I would.
He said, "Wait,
like a poster like that."
That joker told the security. He said, "Wait."
That looked tough.
Fight.
That looked tough.
Fight.
That little glass got his ear, boy. He had blood on his. That was gangster. Mm-hmm. But don't vote for him because of that. But vote for him because the policies that he's pitching are best for you. And if they're not, and you look at Kamala's and you like, you know what? Actually, I know I'm a Republican, but I kind of like these ideas. Yeah. Then just vote for her. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
But that's the sad part, though. There's people out there strictly based on, for one, she's a female, 2, she's a female of color. There's people that will say, oh no, that ain't happening, so I gotta go like that. And that's the insane part about our world. But there are people from the right that has
voting
said
against your own interest. Is
I know.
So stupid.
I know.
So stupid.
I know.
So not logical.
I'm not that old, so I've only been able to vote a few times. But I have never voted for a candidate that directly insulted, hated on me, hated on my business,
hated on everything.
Yeah. Dude,
on everything,
I never voted for a person who strictly said, "Hell no, I'm not gonna help that type of community. Hell no, I'm not gonna help this. Hell no."
That shithole country you're talking about, like God dang, God dang.
Like, you know how many Haitians are in my family? Like,
so
I have Haitians in my family who were brought in slave trade in like 1700s. 17. So I know it was around the time the Marine Corps came alive when my family came over to America.
Let me tell you so. That RNC, that Republican National Convention looked like a freaking I don't know. Now I'm about to say, I might be a little offensive. I'm about to say it looked like a country front yard party, literally. Like I'm trying to watch my words, but it literally.
Have y'all seen this guy?
I'm sorry, it looked like
always in the airport.
You had Kid Rock out there performing.
It's a dude that's always in the airport. It's a black guy, and he always wears a Trump hat, but he's like looking at white people walk by and trying to get their approval while he's wearing the hat. Dude, it's the corniest shit. It makes me sad for his life. He sits on a plane. This is all his content. He sits on a plane. He's wearing a hat or a Trump support, whatever. And white people are walking by. And every time a white person walks by, he goes. And somebody might acknowledge him. If they do acknowledge him, like his eyes just glow. Like it's like a puppy looking for a bone. It's so sad. I gotta share. When we done, I'll show it to you. But he'll make a video turning backwards. And he'll catch people looking at him. And everybody looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
Like no one cares. But he just needs this acknowledgement that he's wearing a Trump hat. It's the saddest.
Y'all, please, y'all get out and vote. Y'all already see what. Look, I can't speak for the full crew, but for myself, SyRok spoke his piece. Who I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, I hope Kamala wins. I don't believe she will, but I hope she does. And I know that's. I don't know. That might. Hey, no, that's. But you're being honest though. I hope she wins. Again, the timing sucks. The timing sucks. And again, a lot of people are not on board. I mean, I read an article in the Black Lives Matters website. They want to have an open primary. They don't want her as the, because they feel like it was just a forced pick. But again, I say to them, look at the timing. It's just, I mean, who else is there? Like, there's not enough time. But you have to blame the Dems for that. Got that money to even run the campaign that fast. Yeah, I'm telling you, Biden just waited way too long. I knew he was gonna lose as soon as he fell up them stairs. Yeah, when you fall upstairs, like when you go, then get back up and trip again and again. And again. She is just fucked up. Nah, he ain't winning. But anyways, y'all, look, I hope y'all enjoyed another great episode here in your city. Be sure to continue to follow us on all social media platforms and Instagram in your city too. All iHeartRadio, you name it. Hey, subscribe, follow. We truly appreciate that. See you next time. We out.
It's time for another girl. Yes, it's about that time. I'm ready to clear my mind, braid my hair. I'll be packing like bikini and a bottle of wine. Yes, gonna call my friends tomorrow. Waiting for the party to begin. Get your tickets time to fly. Leave behind that 9 to 5. Drinks and let's get lit. It's time for another girl trip. Book the rooms at the hotel. Set aside some cash for bail. Bad behavior, let it rip. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah. Say yeah.
Vice president, or just think of like a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to look out for somebody. Mm-hmm. The fact that she knew something was going on with Biden. A lot of people don't respect that because you doing it. Yeah, but the whole cabinet. But that's something that they're going to do anyway because you can't show. We got other countries looking at us. You can't. Yeah, you can't show the president being weak. Especially you got to prop him up for as long as you can.
Like the elites in Democrat Republican, regardless, they're always gonna side with a member of their own. Just like it is something to take him out.
Yeah. Well, he did say. He made the statement that if there is something wrong with me health-wise, I'll step down. I mean, he said that before.
There's no way everybody in that office didn't know that there was something going on.